Yeah, I've really not uploaded any video this year because activities and I'm recalibrating and trying to get a hold of the year's matter on time before the presence of the Lord. So I needed some time, some retreat time, but then I felt I should just share, maybe just summarize what the beginning of the year looks like for me, and I felt it may inspire anybody or affirm what we're doing, and then you don't feel like you're doing something off. If that makes sense. So how are you all doing? This year, I've made up I kickstarted the year with some special time with God, just to thank Him and worship Him for helping me through the last year, helping me through 2023. 2023 was quite challenging. It was the toughest year ever, and it was important for me to bring out time to thank Him. And of course, I've had this gratitude in my heart that in the midst of the pain I experienced last year, I intentionally decided that I was going to worship Him. I was going to thank God, and I wasn't going to cut down on thanking Him. I wasn't going to be portioning my thanksgiving because of the way things went, because all my days on the earth, I know it's not so long compared with so many, but all my days on earth, I have known or walked with God. I have discovered that gratitude is the thing. Gratitude is the thing. And when we put gratitude, every other thing works together for us. If we don't put gratitude and we feel that every other thing will work automatically for our good, it's not possible. But when we put gratitude as the thing, every other thing works together for good, because God will just have the option but to step in. Yes, so having a heart of gratitude brings God into the situation and makes it His business. Sometimes it may seem as though He is quiet, He's not saying much, but in God's silence there is a lot. So the key is consistency. So at the beginning of the year, of course, we're supposed to seek God's face, every day. We're supposed to fellowship with Him every day. But in the beginning of the year, we make the sacrifice of maybe adding some spices like fasting, and then we build up more on the Word. But if it becomes a lifestyle, though, it should be something that runs through the year. You can just be bringing out some little time to make it like a culture in the midst of our busy schedule. I don't think there is any one of us that is as busy as God, and He has time to answer all of our prayers. God has how many children on the earth, and even those that are not His children, that He hears their prayers, and He's still able to be very particular about our needs. We expect Him to be very specific. So I don't think our prayers, and then there is no timeline. Our morning here does not. People their morning here may be their night there, and then their night there may be our morning, and then there's always requests going round the clock, and yet He pays attention. He never sleeps nor slumber. So to show us that our God is committed to us. So even in our busy schedule, yes, we are mortal and we need rest, we should at least, gradually build that fellowship where we give him quality time. So I believe that with the whole activity that happened during the festive periods, and then by the time we're unwinding, then we go into moments of consecration and then moments where we seek God. Now, most denominations help us to give different fasting and prayer. You can add to it, you can go at your pace, but the key is God knows what you can do, and then he expects that you try to do it. He doesn't want you to go below, and sometimes you just push yourself. So that's it. So time of fellowship, and then we kickstart our year with fellowship. Then during the time we begin to fellowship with you, said, call upon me and I will answer you. Sometimes we go to God with our needs, but then he promised that he will answer us. He call upon me. We are calling upon him, maybe because there's a problem, or maybe because we want direction, or maybe because we want, but we're calling upon him. So he said, call upon me and I'll answer you. Then he added something, then I'll show you great and mighty things which you do not know. And I think this is the main thing. Sometimes our problems may be calling us to a place where he wants to get our attention. Not that he gives us problems, but everything was together for our good. What we call problems may just be a tweak or a puzzle to solve, and then by the time you hit that roadblock that you're not able to solve the puzzle, you're forced to come to him, and then voila, he gets your attention, and then you begin to seek him. So call upon me and I'll answer you, and then I'll show you great and mighty things you do not know. These great and mighty things are the most important things. So by the time you're seeking him, be more attentive. He may be speaking to you through messages concerning your destiny, concerning what he's going to achieve through you, concerning your position in his kingdom plan. So there are so many things that he'll be telling you that is just beyond why you're calling upon him. And sometimes he may also be trying to make you cut off the little foxes that pollute the vine. So sometimes we come with our problems, we want this solved, we want that solved, but then their behaviors or their habits or their characters that he doesn't like, that has to leave for fresh thing to come into you, for you to be able to carry what he wants to give you, the blessings he wants to give you. And sometimes it doesn't sound comfortable, it doesn't look like what is something to be excited about. But trust God. God's plan for you is way more beautiful than your head can wrap up. Sometimes you just want to feel that God is just his own, it's too serious. If I depend on him now, I may not get all the fine clothes and fine shoes. Can you imagine? If God makes you the president today and you become the president, your worries will not be shoes and bags. You're going to have, you will not even know where they are selling it. They will bring it to you. That thing you're looking at as now this is the important thing. You will not even know, what it is, what the, where to even, oh God, so that I can be eating big meat. So imagine the president. He doesn't even know what's happening. Sorry about the sound. He doesn't even know where they kill the meat anymore. He doesn't go to market. Whether they cheated him or not, it's not his business. They bring it to his table. So if God is preparing you for something as big as that, there are things there's going to be capacity building. Capacity building is not about the size of Momo and me that you're like, God, I want 3 square meal. I want to wear the fine clothes. I want to look presentable. I want to build a house. I want to have a house. And maybe He wants to even give you houses that you will pass down to your generation. And you're just, your small mind, you're maybe cutting corners, trying to do 5 jobs at the same time. And He wants you to rest and wait on Him so that He will connect you to that particular thing that will be a Goshen for you to achieve your destiny, because He has given us all that pertains to life and godliness in Christ Jesus. Everything that you need for your destiny. You don't even know how big your destiny is. Okay? You don't know how big your destiny is. So if you're in Christ Jesus, all of the allocation that you need. So blessed be the Lord who has something about spiritual. Blessed be the Lord who has. I'll have to find that. But everything that you need, all the gifts that you need, have been supplied to us in heavenly places in Christ Jesus. He has given us spiritual gifts in heavenly places in Christ Jesus. That's in Ephesians. I'll have to find out where. So, if He has given us that, you have to connect. The blessings He has given us is in Jesus' account, in Christ Jesus. So not even in our account, and it's in heavenly places. He has given us our blessings for our destiny in Christ Jesus, that is in Jesus' account, and the account is now in heavenly places. And here we are on the earth. We need His blessings. We need this thing to move from the heavenly places to the earth realm. So, how do you get it? By waiting upon the Lord. He's going to give you the key. He's going to give you the key as you wait upon Him. So that's the place of waiting. You will hear Him. It may just be a relationship that is going to come. And the relationship may come. And when the person comes, the person may not come as the nicest person ever. As that person say good morning, oh, that'll be very pleasant. The person may come as a tigress. So what is your own? And it's the person that is holding the destiny, the key to the puzzle of your destiny. And if you don't have Christian virtue to be a little bit, to have a little bit of patience. Maybe last year your patience limit is 60 seconds. Once it's past 60 seconds, you can't go again. You can't go again. You say, I can't carry it again. 60 seconds, I'm done. I can't go. If she talks to me like that again, 60 seconds pass, I will give it to her. I'll give her back. I will tell her of what stuff I'm made of. And then maybe that year or that moment has been planned. Then, of course, the kingdom of darkness knows that once it's 60 seconds, that Madam will not even be able to connect. So, when they notice that your blessing is coming, or they notice that the blessing is coming, they will now say, well, all we need to do is to make the next person that is going, that person that seems like is carrying the blessing, to make the person to disturb them for more than 60 seconds so that they will just give up and say, I can't tolerate this rubbish, and then they walk out and then they lose the blessing. So now in the place of fasting, in the beginning of the year, you fasted, and God started pointing out that you need to be more patient. Then you begin to ask God, please, this year I'm going to be more patient. If you can just increase this my patient level from 60 seconds and just make it, let it just be 60 seconds is 1 minute, let it just increase to 2 minutes or even 3. God, please. And while you were waiting, the mercy of the Lord prevailed. He didn't answer you. He may not answer you immediately. You still pushed. You were just pushing, and even when he didn't hear him completely. You kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and then somehow, it looks like you're looking for God, you're meeting him and you're calling upon him in vain, but not really. We're not calling upon him in vain, no. Then what happens? You have now built your patience level to 2-3 minutes. Then the trial came, the person with your blessing came. After 60 seconds, you thought you would not be able to do it, but because you have received grace, 60 seconds passed, then you were still calm, and the person you just told them, okay, madam, we apologized, and you just sounded, a little bit more pleasant than you would sound, and it caught the person's attention, and you were able to be patient enough to get what you came for, and that could be the key to the puzzle of what you've been looking for. Can't you see how God works? He works in mysterious ways. So when you seek Christian virtues during your fast, you're actually building capacity. It's going to be point, maybe it's going to say more joy. I notice that it's only when alert enters you that you're dancing and celebrating. I want you to be joyful in the midst of many things, plenty, and in the midst of little. Be joyful, and you can just make joy. Then certain things happen during the times you're praying and calling upon God, and you're expecting that the road will be clear, and then you start learning how to be joyful in the midst of it. When you go to church, they are preaching joy, you're like, what's the meaning of this? But as you begin to listen and listen and listen and listen, you realize that you were able to enter the joy, Jesus, the joy margin. So yes, so that's it. So this early of the year, if you're able to bring out time to wait upon the Lord, he said that they that wait upon the Lord, sorry, I'm driving, that they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. I hope I got that. So wait upon him, and you will see our Baba coming through for you. Even when men say that there is a casting down, he would cause you to sing praises to him and say there is a lifting up. Because of a truth, there will be a lifting up. And even when it seems as though things are not moving just your way, you anchor to him, you believe in God, and knowing that he can only mean best for you, and then he begins to turn everything together for your good. That's the God we serve. He's not a boring God. He's somebody that if you're following, there could be twists and turns, but then he always comes through, and he doesn't let us to carry so much things that we cannot bear. Everything coming works on our capacity, builds our capacity. So I feel like I ended up preaching, but what can I do? Just had to express myself. Alright, my peeps, you will say I started this car video again, but what can I do? Let me just be putting it here. Even if for anything, my children too would get to watch their mother in the future uploading videos. Hey, I said, mommy, you can talk. So yeah, thank you. Take care. Ciao, ciao. Bye.